Across Lower Fairfield County, new mixed-use developments are bringing more residential units and commercial spaces to cities and towns. But too often, many of these spaces sit vacant, sometimes even for months. At the same time, some of these new developments are also forcing out existing businesses. That's what's happened to Ann Grossman at Rebel Daughter Cookies.
Customers who are trying to find us, we're already hidden. They are being rerouted. There's no detour signs. There's no signs on the street saying, this way to Rebel Daughter Cookies. And so people are kind of left to their own devices. If they do find us, they're worried that construction equipment is going to be falling on their heads because they're trying to get through. They're being yelled at by construction people, by cops saying the road is closed. And it just has not been a pleasant experience. I would say 9 out of 10 people who come in are very frustrated at what it took to actually find us.
But she's far from the only one. There's 1420 Distillery in Norwalk, and in Fairfield, there's Las Vetas Lounge, Fairfield Barbershop, and Catch a Healthy Habit Cafe. These are just a few other businesses that have already either been forced out or could be forced to move from their existing locations due to new projects. Some of these have been lucky enough to find new spaces already. Las Vetas Lounge announced it would be moving to 1640 Post Road, while Fairfield Barbershop has already moved to 1040 Post Road. But others like Anne are still looking for new spots. Her plan is to close her current location in May and continue the search for a light industrial spot that would allow her to run her commercial kitchen and retail space.
So we thought, let's go out on a high note and take all of this advertising money that we're doing, trying to let people know we're even back here when it's a terrible experience and we're going to be bulldozed anyway. And let's find a place that maybe is like a little bit more of a square footage with higher price per square foot with better visibility. And let's take that time that I'm putting into just running this business on a daily basis and use that time and energy into scheduling meetings with people and driving around and all of these things I just don't have time to do when I'm here daily.
At the same time, local and state officials say something needs to be done about the vacant storefronts in many of their downtowns. There's a new piece of proposed legislation, Senate Bill 363, that would allow municipalities to essentially tax property owners for allowing ground floor retail spaces to sit vacant for more than 180 days. But while officials said they hope this could solve the problem in the future, it doesn't solve issues for current business owners like Anne. Still, she said she's grateful for the support she's received from so many of her customers.
But I would say the outpouring of support from the community has been absolutely amazing. People from across the country emailing me saying how much this business or my story has meant to them personally or has inspired them, and people ordering in bulk like 60 cookies or 100 cookies at a time, creating a freezer stash, and people just saying, wherever you go, wherever you end up, I'll be there to support you. And you always hope when you start a business and you're part of the community that everything that you're putting out there into the community is felt in some way, but I had no idea, and I'm getting all emotional about it, that it would come back in the way it did. And I'm talking everything from people coming in the door saying how sorry they are and they wanted to grab my cookies one last time and before I come back who knows when, to the emails from across the country, to people reaching out on my behalf to real estate agents and their friends and real estate developers saying that they're friends of mine and I've never even met them before. So to know that I've been a part of people's lives in a way that makes us feel like friends even though I've never actually met them has been so touching and makes me want to keep going and never let this thing die and only make it bigger and better.
Reporting for Coastal Connecticut Times, I'm Kelly Prinz.